What's up guys, and welcome to Void of Dust Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content. After I just introduced my tier list on the mages slash the mid lane, and I introduced the marksman on the dual lane, there will be a tier list in German, unfortunately, for jungle, dual lane support, and of course the solo lane. And today, to spoil everything a little bit, I brought you some gameplay with Flash, a mage that I already have shown on the mid lane, and I'm going to play him in the jungle today. So first of all, I want to show you my build. I'm going to share it with you immediately. As you can see, we are going on a full damage equipment. That means that we're of course going with the Loki's Curse. I wanted to say Lichbane, but this is Loki's Curse. We've got Apocalypse with us. Of course, we're taking Hecate's Diadem because this is going to improve our overall strength in the magic damage department. I like some rares because it gives us some really needed lifesteal or magic lifesteal, or whatever it's called. Soul Devourer, magic lifesteal 15%. And of course, we're going to need some magic pierce, and this comes from the Staff of Null. I'm taking as a staple the Gilded Greaves in this build because there will be crowd control effects all over the place. We're going to dash in, we want to inflict some damage, and then we're going to dash out, and therefore you want to minimize the control effects on you to as little as possible. In the Arcana section, there will be no compromises, therefore I'm going with my Mage Damage Arcana page. This is constituting of Ability Power, Magic Pierce, Magic Lifesteal, and Cooldown Reduction, as I have just read what I have seen on the right hand side of the screen. And if you ask yourself, what Arcana are you using, Void? This is 10 times Violet level 3, it's 10 times Devour level 3, and it's 10 times Hex level 3. And I have just come to the point where I find this thing really helpful. Enchantment wise, we're going with the core enchantment, Curse of the Death, because we want to, like, how are you going to play Flash? And Flash is in the Assassin Rooster for a reason, because you're going to use mainly your first ability to dash into the fights. You're going to try to land your S2, your ultimate, and then you're going to press S1 again to dash out and get back to safety. And therefore we want to inflict as much damage as possible on the targets, and Curse of the Death stacks up pretty nicely with your S2 because, as you can see, normal attacks and abilities at hidden enemy will inflict a mark at 3 stacks. The enemy target is inflicted with a curse. And of course, because you're going to hit with your fists in a really crazy barrage, this means that Curse of the Death is triggered every single time that we are using our S2. To maximize the damage in the Lockheim department, I'm taking the Raging Inferno here, as well as the Deadly Claw, and to boost our stats and our survivability a little bit, I'm taking Enhanced Restore as well as Gunslinger to improve our overall stats. So this is the build. The game went on quite nicely, and I want to show you what Flash is capable in Battlefield 4.0. This is a really new video, and therefore we're going to jump right into the action. I hope you enjoy today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are Flash, as I said, in the jungle, and therefore, of course, we're going to start off with our jungle item that we're going to pick about now. I just needed to switch to the equipment that was needed, and as you can see, we just missed the speed buff by some seconds, and therefore we're going with our normal speed straight up to the action. Team composition wise, we're going with it is Tara, I guess, on the single lane. Then we've got Maganga in the mid lane, and we have a duo consisting of Talanas and Tachi on the duo lane. So nothing too spectacular, I would say. It's pretty decent. Not the overpowered heroes that you will find in the current meta, at least not in my perspective. If you have watched the guides, you know what I'm talking about. And I just realized that Kilgroth is really low on health, and it worked out perfectly. As I said, you're going to use your first ability to dash in, and then you're going to inflict some damage with your second ability, and afterwards you're going straight back out, and if not for the Flash's skills, I would not have been able to get back out alive and get back safe, because the tower would have just killed me by trying to get into Kilbra's range. So really mobile champion, and therefore I like him a lot. I think I said that already in my mage tier list. What Flash is all about is the mobility, and unfortunately you can't really use it that much if you're playing him on the lane, because he's a little bit more some sort of what's the word for that? Oh my goodness, are we going to kill her? No, we are not. Yes, we are. Are we not? No. Okay, that was a little bit weird here in my perspective, because I thought I would at least be able to kill one enemy hero. What I wanted to say is you're taking a little bit of the mobility from Flash if you're playing him on the lane, because of course you don't have that moment of surprise, to describe it like that. So people will kind of know what you're about to do, and in the jungle you are undetected. You can use the brushes to get into position and then just launch your attacks on the enemy, and you will be surprising the enemies a lot more often, and unfortunately you can't do that in the lane. And as you see, I'm always using S1, S2, S1 as my standard combo. So again, the enemies are fairly low, and I'm waiting for an opening window where I can try to inflict as much damage as possible. So here we go. Pura was super low. I don't know what that action was all about. Like, she was running straight into our faces. How did she dare think that she would survive that? I don't know what was going on, but you get these kind of actions all the time, and I would say my first action when I was killed in the game was a little bit similar to what you've just seen doing us against the enemies. So my health was fairly low, but I decided to go straight for the red buff here and make my way up to the jungle again, before eventually going back to the core to get some health back. But of course you're wasting really precious time if you're doing so, and therefore I thought, okay, it might just be enough from getting the life from the jungle creeps, as well as my little lifesteal that I already have from the purple arcana, to get at least back into action with some buffs, and that's what I'm doing right now. As you can see, there's a lot of action going on the top lane, so I just wanted to dash in, inflict some damage, and then get back out again, and it worked perfectly. We even got a kill on that. I didn't think that Valheim would be so low that we would have had the chance, but it worked out fine, and that's how, I guess that's just how you should play him. Not that I'm the best Flash player in the world, but I think you get the idea of how I play him and what really works on him. It's the mobility factor. So Kali is already on level 7, so she's definitely a force to be reckoned with. We need to be careful right now. She just had ult, so this is going to be a little bit of a relief for us. I thought that she would be hiding in the bushes, but all of a sudden she moved out, and therefore we don't get some sweet kill here, but we got the little minion here, and it worked fine. So everything is good at that particular point of the game. Now we finished the first item, which is the jungle item, which is really nice, because now we can really benefit from all the stacks that we do get from the minions here in the jungle, the creeps. And now my purpose is, of course, to get as much gold as possible, level as fast as I can, and get all those really nice items to boost our damage even further. Because what is going to happen, you will have more items, you're going to inflict more damage, and that makes you so much more dangerous to the enemies. And as you can see right now, it worked out quite well. We repelled them, and now my team has the opportunity to get damage on the tower, eventually break it, but unfortunately it doesn't happen because we are backing off instead of going in. So we've played that a little bit safe, but I guess that's fine because we've got Kali. Now there comes Zephyrs, and that's of course a lot of characters to deal with. I thought about jumping in, but after the full impact hit us, from the Kali ult. Zephyrus is still there. I just decided to wait for my ult and then use my ult to go in and rain havoc on the enemies. And oh no, that was so sad. That was so sad. I thought that at least one kill would be there for me, but unfortunately it wasn't. Now we've got Pura against us. She's basically on full health, and therefore I'm not going in here because it's just a suicide mission. But as Tachi is approaching, I thought at least Valheim would be my target, and as you can see, we lost the tower, but we got the kill for that. So pretty poor defense here, but at least the kill was a little bit of a reward for us because we committed so much into that fight. Didn't focus on objectives so far, which is a little bit bad in hindsight. I could have tried to contest for the dragon, Abyssal Dragon and then Holy Dragon, because that would give my team a little bit of experience overall and some gold, and to have some economical advance is always nice in the game. I mean, you want that gold because that just means that you're going to inflict more damage, get more health, be a little bit more tanky depending on what hero you play, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But now there's a dead Valheim above, and now we are on the heels of Pura, and I don't think that Pura can really make it with the Maganga stacks, but she can. She's just so durable. It's a pity. That's really a pity. This character is just so annoying. So now the big monsters are about to get some improvement. We are about to fight the enemies here, but that was just not the way we wanted it. No, this is not going to work out. Get back, Void. Please get back. Okay. Well, fair enough. Tara is so tanky. It's a dream, and we get the 4th kill in this game, so we're now on 15 kills versus 10, so everything is going quite smoothly, and it's really helpful if you've got a true tank such as Tara, because that just means that she's going to soak up some damage and you can finish off the enemies later on. But unfortunately Kali just ruined our plans here. But the overall outcome for our team, I think, was okay. So we got another kill, 17 versus 11 right now, and now we can build Hecate's Diadem, which is going to give us some really nice boost because our overall damage is boosted by 35%. Really strong item. I don't know if you guys are all playing this item in your mage builds. If not, please reconsider your build lists because this is just so helpful. It's a really strong item. I mean, you get basically an increase for all the other items that you've bought so far. So this is how strong it is. Tower defense is working. Kilgrove is a... do we get him? Yes. Maganga's poison is enough to finish Kilgrove off. And now I have the opportunity to go back in. I can just retreat to safety with my ability. I mean, crowd control doesn't exist here. We've got a double kill on Tara, and my team is making a really good effort here. Like that's the stuff that you want to see. If you're playing in the solo queue, your team is working accordingly, and you can maintain the pressure on all the lovely objectives, and you get the benefit from it because it's just like this game is all about teamwork, of course. So I said to myself, we need to get another valuable push. Oopsie. You guys did not see that. Some things like that do happen because you've got, of course, an indicator on where Flash's abilities are working, and you need to use them manually because if you use them automatically, you see what that does. It doesn't really work. So we are on 23 stacks right now. That means our jungle item is about to be maxed pretty soonish. We just need a handful of minions, and at this point I just decided that I don't want to fight Zephyrus, but it's still going to work out because Tachi was there. Otherwise might have been an issue, but it is not, and now I can focus on the blue buff, taking Zephyrus's resources here, which is of course super savagey, but 7 kills is worth doing so. So as you can see, my team pretty much has the game in their hands, but of course all the players out there know that this is not a guaranteed win. You still need to focus and put the pressure on the valid objectives such as towers, because the towers win the games. And now we have the problem that we are not fighting on full forces, so Maganga is still being a little bit back. Telenas is about to clear some jungle minions here, and we're not committing overall, but now the tides have changed. We're going in. I've got the opportunity to get ult on them. Unfortunately, Tara is surviving the shit again, and now I'm being killed. So I committed fully, but as you can see, I just wanted to show you the stats. We are the gold leader with 8,700, but as you can see, Kali is doing a good job with being close to the amount of gold that I have. Now Tara's healing up. Oh my god, she's so beefy. It's a pain in the ass to play against a really good feeder Tara, because she is going to be so tanky. And then if you think, oh, she's down to little health, she's just pressing that lovely ult button and she's back in the game again. That's just a really nightmare. So as my team is playing games in the jungle and in the lane, I just decided that I'm not going to commit here, but going for the first minion camp, because I wanted to have the 5th item here. And I don't know what Zephyrus was thinking about that. I don't know. That was a really bad misplay. He's just so important for the enemy team, because he is the one who's going to dash in, deal some damage, and then going back out again as I could. So he's basically the same playstyle, but a lot tankier than I am. But in this case, his plan, if there was a plan, didn't really work out, and now we are approaching the core, and as you can see, we've got the upper hand here. It's unfortunate for the enemy team, but now we are about to inflict some damage on the core. We don't have any minions yet, so we need a little bit longer for them to approach. Kali ult is hitting strongly. She's really powerful these days, even if they have changed something with the improved damage that she gets from the shield. Like, the shield is not only making her faster and providing her shield, but before the update, it was giving her a little bit more damage as well. And now I'm about to be dead. Yes, that was clear. But 10 kills, 4 deaths and 12 assists. I can't complain at all. The game went really smoothly. I think you guys have a better understanding on how well the Flash is working in Battlefield 4.0. Emre, if you're watching this, this was even a ranked mission, so thumbs up for Flash. It's a big crazy fun to play him, because he's fast, he's got the damage, and he's got some really nice tools, because he can just pin down enemies with his ult. In the lane you would take sprint, because it makes you a little bit faster when you are in the ultimate state, but I think he is a quite versatile hero who's able to dish out a lot of damage, and it's always a pleasure to play him. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you liked it really much, consider a subscription, and we will see each other in 2 days when there is a new tier list video to come. Enjoy your evening. Bye bye.